Welcome! Today we are making delicious spinach dip recipe. Whether you're hosting a party or looking for a tasty appetizer, this creamy and flavorful dip is sure to be a hit. Let's get started. Alright, let's get our ingredients ready for this delicious spinach dip. First, we have 10 ounces of frozen spinach. Make sure it's thawed and well drained to avoid a watery dip. Next, we need 1 cup each of sour cream and mayonnaise. These will make our dip creamy and rich. Add in 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese for a sharp nutty flavor and 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese for that melty goodness. For some extra texture and crunch, half a cup of chopped water chestnuts is optional. We'll also add half a cup of chopped scallions and half a cup of diced onions for a mild, sweet flavor. 2 cloves of minced garlic will give our dip a nice aromatic kick. Season with half a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes if you like a bit of heat. Finally, we'll need 1 tablespoon of olive oil for sautéing the onions and garlic. Let's get cooking. Let's start with preparing our spinach. If you're using frozen spinach, make sure it's completely thawed. A quick tip: you can defrost it in the microwave if you're in a hurry. Once it's thawed, we need to squeeze out as much water as possible. Place the spinach in a clean kitchen towel or a few layers of paper towels and give it a good squeeze over the sink. This step is crucial because excess water will make our dip too runny. While you're doing that, let's preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius so it's ready for baking when we are. Next, let's sauté our onions and garlic. Grab a skillet and heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, add the diced onions. We want to cook these until they become translucent, which should take about 5 minutes. Stir occasionally to prevent them from burning. Now, add the minced garlic. Cook it for another 1 to 2 minutes until it's nice and fragrant. Be careful not to let the garlic burn, as it can turn bitter. Once the onions are translucent and the garlic is fragrant, remove the skillet from the heat and let the mixture cool slightly. Now, let's bring all our ingredients together. Grab a large mixing bowl and start by combining 1 cup each of sour cream, mayonnaise, grated Parmesan cheese, and shredded mozzarella cheese. This will give our dip a rich and creamy base. Next, add the thawed and well-drained spinach. If you're using chopped water chestnuts for some extra crunch, add half a cup of those as well. Toss in half a cup of chopped scallions for a fresh, mild onion flavor. Then add the sautéed onions and garlic we prepared earlier. For seasoning, add half a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and, if you like a bit of heat, a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Mix everything together thoroughly, making sure all the ingredients are evenly distributed. Our spinach dip mixture is ready to bake. Transfer it into a baking dish. An 8x8-inch size or something similar works perfectly. Use a spatula to smooth out the top, making sure it's evenly spread. Now place the dish in the preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. We're going to bake it for 25 to 30 minutes. Keep an eye on it as it bakes. You'll know it's ready when the dip is bubbly and the top has a lovely golden brown color. This baking time allows all the flavors to meld together beautifully. Our spinach dip is done baking and smells amazing. Carefully remove it from the oven and let it cool for a few minutes. This will help it set slightly and make it easier to serve. Once it's cooled a bit, it's ready to enjoy. Serve the dip warm with a variety of dippers. You can use tortilla chips, pita bread, sliced baguette, or fresh vegetables like carrot sticks, celery, and bell pepper slices. The warm, cheesy goodness of the dip pairs perfectly with these crunchy dippers. And lastly, here are some handy tips to perfect your spinach dip. If you prefer fresh spinach, you can use 10 to 12 ounces of fresh spinach instead of frozen. Sauté it in a skillet until it wilts, then let it cool and squeeze out any excess water before mixing it with the other ingredients. For a unique flavor twist, try experimenting with different cheeses like cheddar or Gruyere. If you want to make the dip ahead of time, you can prepare it and refrigerate it until you're ready to bake. Just remember to add a few extra minutes to the baking time if you're baking it straight from the fridge. This dip is best served warm, but it's also delicious at room temperature. Enjoy your delicious homemade spinach dip.